సో నిన్న క్లాసుకి చాలా మంది రాలేదు, ఎందుకనో తెలియదు. ఇలా అయితే కష్టం. సో we are seeing about pig Apache pig architecture. So in the Apache pig architecture, what are the phases are available, and what is optimizer, what is compiler, and everything we are seeing. And yesterday we discussed how come compiler design will take major role, will processing um, this one expression, the general one data, how we are going to be transferred from high level language to low level language. That one we saw yesterday, even if so many of them absent. So even if I will go through a little bit, 1 or 2 minutes again. Okay. So my screen is visible to everyone. My PPT is visible. Can someone answer? So yesterday we saw about the parser and optimizer and compiler, how these are going to be useful. So what is the meaning of parser? What is the meaning of optimizer? What is a compiler? So if you see compiler design, how the compiler is going to be designed, where we have 6 phases. It is similar to like a network layers, how the data is transferring from one layer to another layer or one system to another system, how the data is moving along the system with the various layers, various phases. Same here, high level language, how it is going to be converted into a low level language, how the program is going to be evaluated, that is going to be do how the parser and optimizer and what is. Here only we saw about what is the direct acyclic graph, is a major role of direct acyclic graph. What is the acyclic graph, direct acyclic graph? So DAG, we are going to be called as DAG. Here we have first one about parser. So it is going to be check about the syntax. It is going to be check the type checking and what are the miscellaneous checks are available. Here we have to know about what is the DAG. So DAG representation, how we are going to be represent the DAG representation. So the leaf nodes represent as identifiers, names are constants. Interior nodes are represented operators. Interior nodes also represented the result of an expression. So if you mention any expression, so for example, T not that T0 is equal to A plus B, if considered it is an one expression, how we can draw in a direct acyclic graph means this one. Here T naught, A, B are the operands. So operand names are going to be a leaf nodes. So here we are going to be perform the operation as addition. That addition, the operator is going to be mentioning a root node, and beside we are going to be mention the result. So where this A plus B result is going to be stored, it is going to be stored at T naught. So that is T0, T1, T2, how we are going to be draw this direct acyclic graph yesterday we saw. So what is optimizer? The local logical plan DAG is passed in the logical optimizer. So that is evaluation of expression is going to be doing optimizer, which carry out the logical optimization such as projection and push downs, how it is going to be happen. Then what is a compiler? So here only we have to know about what is the difference between compiler and compiles. So every program compiles on compiler. So compiler compiles the optimized logical plan into a series of map reduced jobs. Then execution engine. Finally, the map reduced jobs are substituted to Hadoop in a sorted order. Finally, these map reduced jobs are executed on Hadoop processing with the desired result. So final, the output of this Apache pig. So what the data is going to be modified. The data is going to be submitted to the map reduced job. Then it is going to be produce a desired result for this Hadoop system. Then we have some of the data models are available. Pig Latin data model. Pig Latin is a language on pig architecture. So Pig Latin data model. The data model of Pig Latin is fully nested. Nested things means it is going to be grouped one. So it is also complex non-atomic data types such as maps and tuples. It's given below. So it is a form of one data set. So if you consider all those things, that is, for example, all the columns if you consider, so that is known as a tuples. All the rows you can consider, that is a bag. So if you consider one part in one particular row or column, so one particular thing is known as a field. So what is an atom? So any single value in Pig Latin. So one particular field is going to be known as an atom. One particular field. So irrespective of their data, the type is known as an atom. It is sorted as a string and can be used as a string and number, int, long, double float, char array, or any byte array is an atomic value of field. A pieces of data, simple atomic value is known as a field. So for example, Raj 30, you can call any one field, one particular field is known as atomic. Simply we have a Excel sheet, no? So rows and columns we are going to be mentioned. For example, columns we are going to be mentioned A, B, C, D, and rows mentions are 1, 2, 3. For example, A1, we can say that one particular cell is there. No? The cell is known as in Excel. Same here, one field. The field known as a atom. Then what is a tuple? The record that is formed by an ordered set of fields is known as a tuple. The field can be any type of tuple. So why it is very less attendance, still it is 211. Please someone post a message in the group to join immediately. Nani Babu, 28.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
మెసేజ్ చేయండి అయ్యా. నిన్న ఆల్రెడీ
ఓకే సార్.
ఇవాళ నేను క్లాస్ రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నాను, అది త్వరగా ఇవాళ కూడా జాయిన్ అవ్వకపోతే కష్టం. So you can take some other, you can girls even take initiation to ask them to join your friends immediately. So a record that is formed by an ordered set of fields, it is known as a tuples. The fields can be any of the type. A tuple is similar to a row in the table RDBMS. So like DBMS tables we have now, in the TBF tables how we are going to be mentioned that thing known as a one tuple. That is I told now, one particular column how we are going to be mentioned. So total is known as a. So then another one is about a bag. So a bag is an ordered set of tuples. So bag is total, how many columns are there, how many rows are there, total is known, called as a bag. In other words, a collection of tuples, non-unique, is known as a bag. So here we are going to be considered as non-unique values also, maybe later we are going to be sort the data. So before sorting the data, we may have non-unique values also. The total we will contain as a bag. Each tuple can have a number of fields, flexible schemas. A bag is represented in flower braces, so that is a flower brackets. It is similar to a table of RDBMS, but unlike a table in RDBMS, it is not necessary that every tuple contains the same number of fields or that are fields in the same position. So that is the columns. So we have a same type. So here in the bags we may have inner bags also. So for example, if you mention any one data, where any one field of data if you are mentioned, that field we may have total information that we may shown in the same bag with the inner bag. So see that here, for example, the last line, for example, Raj, 30. So the Raj 30, for example, it is one value, one key. If you consider one is the value, Raj is a value, and 30 is a key. If you consider like this, these total information, what is the remaining information? That phone number and Gmail ID. So it is known as a inner bag. So that is a bag information. So the another one is a map. A map or a data set is a set of key value pairs. The key needs to be of type of char array and should be unique. Once again, think people are not at joining. Even Okay, so this is a map. So map is a data which contains. We already discussed this one in the first chapter. Map contains one value, one key value pair. No, so that is a key value pair. The key needs to be a type of char array, and it should be unique. So unique value. The value must be any type. It should be represented in a square brackets. For example, here we have a name, Raj, and age is 30. So here any one, for example, if we consider the Raj is a value, then age is 30. So something it should be unique. For example, if we consider Raj is a key value for a name as a key, then age is a 30 is a value. So anyone we can consider one key value pairs. So that is a key and another we have a value. So for example, if you consider Raj is a key, so definitely one Raj is age is 30. For example, if you enter another one, it may take it as duplicate, then it is going to be replaced. Such that we need to make as a unique values. That's why it is mentioned as keys are unique values. So then another relationship. So we have bags are there, tuples are there. So how we are going to be make a relationship in between all those things? The relationship is in big Latin or unordered. There is no guarantee that the tuples are processed in a particular order. So we have to mention that order. So any processed in a particular order. So Apache Pig execution mode. So how we are going to be yesterday up to this we are discussed yesterday when we started now also. So if you have anyone having doubt, you can ask me now or later. I will tell you. So this was Apache Pig execution modes. How we are going to be execute this one? For example, generally we our programs how we are going to be through the command prompts we can do that some notepad we can do no. So for example you can take a Java program through the command prompt you can run the program or simply saving in notepad program then we can directly run. So like that we can have a similar ways different ways of running a program. The same here Apache Pig we have a two different mode of execution. So one is namely as a local mode, another one as HDFS. So in the local mode, in this local mode, all the files are installed and run from your local host and the local file system. There is no need of Hadoop or HDFS. So no need any use of Hadoop and HDFS. We are directly running uh, uh, pig file. Directly we can run the pig here. So Apache Pig we can directly run. So there is no need of any HDFS support. Directly we can run from our local system and uses by the local file system we can use and we can run. Then another one is about map reduce mode. The map reduce mode is where we load or process the data that exists in Hadoop file system. So using Hadoop Pig in this mode, whenever we execute a Pig Latin statements, so we have Pig Latin statements means in Pig we are going to be write statements in a Pig Latin language. That Pig Latin statements are processed in the data. A map reduce job is invoked in the backend to perform a particular operation on the data that exists in the HDFS. So Apache Pig scripts are executed in three ways, namely iterative mode, branch mode, and embedded mode. Apache Pig scripts. The before one, how we are going to be run Apache Pig. This one, how we are going to be run the Apache Pig script. That means simply we can have the Latin language Apache Pig Latin statements. That script how we are going to be run. So iterative mode or branch mode or embedded mode, any one we can take it and we can run it. So first one, this is the interactive mode is known as a grand shell. So have you heard this word grand shell? So in a big architecture, the first one, I think I will show you once again. Wait, I'm going back. You may see that. So grand shell is there, no? So this one, Apache Pig, we have a grand shell. This one. Is clear? It is visible to everyone. Grand shell. So it is a part of the Apache pig. So this is known as a interactive mode. It is known as an interactive mode. So through this interactive mode, we can run our Apache script, Apache pig script. So that is interactive mode. We can run Apache pig in interactive mode by using a grand shell. So in this shell, we can either the pig Latin statements and get the output by using the dump operator. So by using dump operator, we can. So here also we have a lot of operators, a lot of data types, lot of variables are available. How we have similar other languages, we have variables, data types, operators, all those things. Here also we have various types of operators, various types of commands are there. So that everything are there, we can see one by one. So by using a dump operator, we are going to be directly run the Apache pig script here in interactive mode by using a grand shell. Then another one is a batch mode. So it is known as a script mode. We can run Apache pig in batch mode by writing the pig Latin scripts in a single file by with .pag extension. So what is the meaning called extension? So whenever we are going to be write some document, we are going to be saving the particular document. So we are going to be end with some extension. So for example, make .doc the document .c, it is a .c file. .cpp, it is a C++ file. .java, it is a Java file. .html, it is a HTML file. .xml, it is an XML file. So whenever we are going to be enclosing with the dot some name, that name is going to be used an extension of particular one. So here we can read it. That script is known as a pig script. So we are going to be do the extension of dot pig. We can run it. So how it will be simple means. So we are going to simply open Apache pig environment IDE. So there we are going to be write the single statements, single file. That file we are going to statements we are going to be write. That statements we are going to be saved with the extension of .ph. So then we can directly run it. So then another one is about UDF. What is the meaning of UDF? User defined functions. So that is the main advantage of over Java to this Apache pig in the Hadoop system. So Apache pig is going to be provide very less coding LOC, 10 LOC, 10 lines of code only available compared to 200 lines of Java. So Apache pig provides the provision of defining our own function. So it has a provision of defining own functions. So in programming language such as Java and using them in our script. Java and using them in our script. Directly we can use that one into our own script. So that is a three different ways we can run this Apache script. So previous one, how to run an Apache. So that is two modes. So the know the difference, then you can easily understand. So this one is about one, that one is about how to run a script. This is execution of Apache. Run of Apache. That is, for example, simply how we are going to be running software. So Apache pig compiler, we can simply how the compiler Apache pig compiler is going to be run. So by using a local mode or HDFS mode, we can run it. And another one is about how to run that script. For example, you are writing a program. For that, we can simply remember. For example, command prompt. By using command prompt, we can type the program and we can run it. Or else we can type the Java program in a notepad and we can run it. The same way we are. So even if, for example, I think you have very familiar with this Python also. I think you are completed in 2.1 or 2.2. You are completed Python. So in directly we have some Angular braces, we can run our Python code directly. For example, we can have a equal to 2, then we can enter then the Apache, sorry, Python script. Python, in order to write a Python script, the starting we have a greater than symbol. No? So that is when we have a symbol, that is one line we are going to be execute and we can get an output. If we want to write a whole program, what we have to do? So we are going to be open IDE, we are going to be open that page, and we are going to be open a new file. Then we are going to be save as .py, Python file. .py we are going to be save it. We can run through that IDE. The same way here also, if we have the compiler, big compiler, then how if we have a script, how we are going to be run this script? So by interactive mode and batch mode and embedded mode. So in interactive mode, by using a dump operator, we are going to be running everything. And a batch mode, we have everything. We are going to be writing this Apache script as a one single file. That file is going to be saved as a .pig extension. Then we are going to be run that file. Then another one. So we have a provision of creating own user-defined functions. By using this own user-defined function, we are going to be run this language, and we can run our script. So this is then invoking. So here we have the first one, how we are going to be invoking. So that is an interactive mode, how we are going to be run the program. So this, we can invoke the grand shell in a desired mode, or local or MapReduce, using -x option as shown below. For example, how it will. For example, in local mode command, so dollar, so that is dollar, then ./pig -x local. So this is the command to run the invoking a grand shell. How we are going to be run. So in a MapReduce command, how we are going to be -x. There we have a local. Here we are going to be run as a MapReduce. So this is the command we are going to be using to run the. So why it is today also it is just 33. So if it is like this, then we simply close the class. We can simply forward the material. That is enough, I think so. So no need to conduct any classes. Why it is like this? Is there anything today? Why it is like this today? మా వినపడలేదు. ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు? నాని బాబు, నీ వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుందని బాబు. ఏంటి?
ఇవాళ టెక్ మహేంద్ర ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది సార్ చాలా మందికి.
అవునా?
yes sir.
Okay. So who are all there, we can listen. Remaining who are all absent, we may conduct one more class on this. Okay. We will see. We will continue whatever it. Okay. So this is a map in a local mode, how we can run these big statements, and MapReduce mode, how we are can run this. These are the commands, simple. So either these two commands gives you grand shell prompt as shown below. So manaki gani Python code Python gani start chesinappudu emoutundi, Python installed version, it shows, then later it shows two greater than symbol. No? Same way here, once we have completed this the previous command I shown. No? So $./pig, so -x local. No, if you run like that, then automatically it will transfer to that command prompt. So that is a shell prompt. It is open and it is ready with the grand. So greater than symbol, it is ready with it. So simple how the Python greater than symbol is going to be stopped. Now same way here, if you run in a grand shell program, the grand greater than symbol is going to be ready with it. So if you remember in Linux operating system, if you are running everything is local host, dollar symbol is going to be end. No? The same way here, the greater than is going to be ready with the shell prop. So you can exit the grand shell using control D. So how we are going to be there? We can use control X to close, no, control E to open a terminal. Like way here, the control D to exit the grand shell using control D. After invoking grand shell, we can execute the pig script by directly entering the pig Latin statements. So by grand shell, we can enter only one line. We can execute the program. We can one line. We can execute the program. So a difference మీకు అర్థమైందా? ఇక్కడ 3 modes చెప్పాను. First one grand shell mode, interactive mode, then another one is a batch mode, and the third one is about, what is the third one? Third one is ఏంటి? మూడోది ఏంటి? UDF, user defined functions create చేసే state. సో ఫస్ట్ మనం పైథాన్ కానీ జనరల్ గా యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు మనం ఇలా గ్రేటర్ దాన్ సింబల్ వచ్చి స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఒక్కొక్క స్టేట్మెంట్ యూజ్ చేసి మనం రన్ చేస్తాం. అలా కాదు, మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ మొత్తం చేయాలంటే .py అని సేవ్ చేస్తాం కదా, సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్ సేమ్. సో see here, for example, if any one statement, ఒక pig Latin statement, now let's see that customer is equal to load. So we are going to be get the data from customer.txt. This is the text file is there. From this through text file, we are going to be get the data. So by using pig storage, so by using comma symbol, we are going to be load the customers. So and in that particular file, all the customer names are available. That the names are going to be divided, separated by the commas. So it is going to be read like this. Grand. So this is so grand open symbol. So from the customer to this one, this is the one pig Latin statement. So that statement is going to be used. Then executing Apache pig in a batch mode. So in batch mode, how we are going to be run? So I already told the first one we can directly run a statement. In the second one, batch mode, we are going to be use extension. So see that how the file name means here. Sample underscore script.py. Sample underscore script.py. So we can write the entire pig Latin script in a file and execute the command using -x command. Let us suppose we have a pig script dot simple dot. So this is the simple sample script.py. So student load HDF. But see here. So that student txt, we are loading directly. So that the data is going to be saved in a local host 9000 and pig underscore data. This is the path where the file is stored, the student.txt file. So that we are going to be loaded by using pig storage as id int name char that we are going to be read. So for example, this one sample file, pig file. So that how we are going to be run it. So we are going to be close dump student. We are going to be close that one. Now we can execute the script. So this is the total about one program that we were stored in sample underscore script.py. This is the file name. Now how I am going to be run that one. So in a local mode, we are going to be $pig -x local. We are going to be directly write the file name. So that is what is the file name, sample underscore script.py. That extension also we need to mention. So in a map reduce mode, pig -x map reduce sample underscore script.py. Okay. So there we are going to be run. The previous one we are going to be run in one single statement. Here we are going to be run as a one file. That is file may contains one line or two line or more line. Okay. So if how the pig Latin statements are will be like this pig Latin statements. So we have conversations. So what are the conversations are there? For syntax and code example for pig Latin to refers the manual are described here. For example, in a brackets, parentheses are enclosed one or more items. Parentheses also used to indicate the tuples data also. Then square brackets, straight brackets are enclosed one or more optional items. Straightened blankets, Brackets are also used to indicate the map data type also. So I already told you. So flower braces used for bags, and square brackets are used for maps. So same here. So key value pairs also are going to be used. In this case, the greater than, less than, greater than is also used to indicate the optional items. So the curly braces are used to mention the items, more items which is required. The curly braces are also used to indicate the bag data type. So see that? So three different, how we are going to be mentioned. Simple, మనం అరే తీసుకున్నామంటే అరేలో నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూస్ కానీ మనం కంపైల్ టైమ్ లో మెన్షన్ చేయాలంటే హౌ వి ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి యూస్. సో ఏ ఆఫ్ 10 is equal to, in flower braces we are going to be write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 because automatically contains a of 0 is 1, a of 0 is a of 1 is 2 like that. So how we are going to be mentioned the similar way here. Parentheses we are going to be used for a tuple data type, and square brackets we are going to be used for map data type, and curly braces we are going to be used for bag data type. So here see we have some more comments are there. See that minus minus low is on schema or order or outer or output. For minus minus low which is going to be, for minus minus p is going to be parallel pig dump and pig storage and password for p. And minus minus q is quit, and minus r is a register write rm remove file and run. Then minus ss is a sample, or sent, or ship, or size, and split, and sddr and sddin and sdd out, store, and stream, or sum. Anything we are going to be mentioning as minus. So minus minus t, the text loader tokenized through and tuples. So minus minus u, the union and using. So similarly, we have so many commands. Commands are like this: O, P, Q, R, S, T. We like this. We have meaning for various conversations. Okay. So by using how we are going to be run, everything we are going to be running through the commands. So by using these commands, we can run all this. Okay. So these are the name conversions and so same here. So what is the case sensitivity? What is the meaning called case sensitivity? So the day before yesterday we discussed about. So if you are writing something on compiler, so the same thing we are going to be mentioning in a program while we are writing the program itself. Why you are not going to be changed into our own? For example, in a programming, if we are returning small int, then definitely we are going to be write the same small int only. Why you are not going with the capital int? So by reading the compiler, it is going to be show that the compiler, in the compiler they were written in the small int only. If you are mentioning capital int, then definitely it is compiler is not going to be recognize a particular data type. If it is not going to be identified, then it definitely shows an error. So that is a program, duty of a program, whether it is perfectly written or not. So it is going to be type check. So the names alias of relationships or fields are case sensitive. The names of big Latin functions are case sensitive. The names of parameters, see the parameters, substitutions, or other big Latin keywords are reserved keywords. So any programming language keywords are reserved words. So what is the meaning called reserved words means? So if how they are mentioned in the starting, the compiler how they were mentioned, the same way we have to write it. So we don't want to change to other format. So we have to directly write the same way we need. Okay. So are the insensitive. So remaining are the insensitive elements. So the example below are not following, note that following. So names, relationships, capital A, capital B, capital C are case sensitive. The names alias five fields F1, F2 are the case sensitive. Fields we are going to be mentioning F1, F2, F3, and relationships we are going to be mentioning capital A, capital B. So the function names in a fixed storage and count are the case sensitive. And the keywords are load using as group by. So see here These keywords we were in SQL statements. No? SQL, we are going to be compare group by using select star from. I will remember the statements. Same similar here. For each generate dump, these are the insensitive. You can write any manner. So they can also written in as a load using group as a. So we can write in a small letters also. We can use it. Keywords. So in the for each statement, C is field relationship B is referred by using professional notation $0. So we have a relationship how we are going to mention. So for example, see the some of the big Latin statements. Grant A equal to load data using fixed storage as F1 int, F2 int, F3 int. So field 1, field 2, field 3 are the integers. So see here, I'm going to be run one statements here. So that's why the grant greater than symbol, grant greater than symbol. So one statements we are going to be running. So B, I'm going to be group A by F1, field 1. The grant C, so for each B generate count. So that is what is the relationship you are going to be mentioned, that is a $. So grant dump C. Then the statements are going to be. So we will stop up to this when we have less strength. If you go so much of silver, it is going to be very problem to them also. We need to cover again. So today we discuss about how the various ways of pig Latin, how to pig run, how to run Apache pig, and the second one, how to run Apache pig script, how to run. The first one is about the 2 modes, and the second one is in 3 modes. So how we are going to be run the code. So there we have various comments are there, how we are going to be run, and what is the case sensitive, what are the case sensitives are there in the language. Okay. Anyone having doubt, you can ask me. Let me, we can discuss 5 minutes. So we have time. 5 minutes time is there. We can discuss. Tomorrow class we will discuss the data types and what are the modes are there. Same similar data types are. The first one we can discuss about what is identifiers. So still anyone having doubt with identifier and variable? Variable ki identifier ki తేడా తెలుసా? అసలు ఎందుకు వేరియబుల్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఐడెంటిఫైర్ ఏంటి? ఒకటి సింపుల్ మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో ఏదైనా దాన్ని వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ ఐ సే వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ అనే చెప్పడానికి ముందు వాట్ ఇట్ ఐడెంటిఫైస్, ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఐడెంటిఫైస్. సో దానికే నిన్న మీనింగ్ చెప్పాను. సో ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో ఒక లైన్ లో రాసేదానికి హౌ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి మెన్షన్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వేస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇంట్ ఏ అన్నామంటే దాన్ని వేరియబుల్ అంటాం. ఇంట్ ఏ ఆఫ్ అన్నామంటే అంటే ఓపెన్ బ్రాకెట్ క్లోజ్ బ్రాకెట్ పెడితే దాన్ని ఫంక్షన్ అని అంటాం. సో బై రిప్రజెంటేషన్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ఐడెంటిఫైడ్, the identification, based upon the identification only we can know the effect. Okay, so identifier is a whole concept you can. So what it identifies? It identifies a variable, it identifies as a function, it identifies as a structure, it identifies as a pointer, so whatever it. So this is the whole concept of identifiers. In that identifier, what is the variable? So if I said it is an identified as a variable, now tell me what is the definition of variable. If it is identified as a function, now tell me what is the meaning of function. It identified as a structure, now tell me what is the structure. Then later we can have subdivisions of this. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss how to valid identifiers and how to invalid identifiers. So if you remember there rules for declaring in a variable, or rules for declaring an identifier. By that also we can know that. So identifier ki variable ki rules ఒకే విధంగా ఉంటాయి దాదాపు, maximum are same. సో ఏం చెప్తాం అక్కడ, క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్స్ ఇస్తే క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి, స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ ఇస్తే స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఆల్వేస్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ ఆల్ఫాబెట్ ఓన్లీ, నెంబర్ తో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వకూడదు. ఓకేనా, వాటి మధ్య స్పేస్ యూజ్ చేయకూడదు. కీవర్డ్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి యూజ్ యాజ్ ఐడెంటిఫైయర్ ఆర్ వేరియబుల్స్ కానీ కీవర్డ్స్ అనేవి యూజ్ చేయకూడదు. సో అలాంటిది వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ కూడా అలాంటిదే. సో ఇంకా ఎవరైనా అసైన్మెంట్స్ అవన్నీ సబ్మిట్ చేయాలంటే సబ్మిట్ చేయండి. సో